Welcome to RickRackRuby. I'm Laura Cluvo. Today we will be making this pom-pom Christmas tree girl clothespin ornament. She's fun and easy, so let's get started. To make our pom-pom Christmas tree girl, we'll start with one of these old-fashioned clothespins. I use this Woodpile Fun tapered end clothespin. This is the kind that has sort of the graceful feet. I've already created the face using the focus on faces technique that I do have a video for that. The eyes are wood burned and then the features are painted, but of course you can draw your face with a marker. It's really easy. I'm going to color in some little red shoes with my Tombow marker. This is a red, kind of a cherry red, so I'll just color this in. So she has some red shoes. You can make your shoes any color. This marker has 2 points, a brush tip and a fine tip. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm also going to color the inside right here. Now for the pom-poms, I'm using this yarn that I got from Amazon, Mira. It came in a big package like this with many balls of yarn, and it's just really fun. I have a personal challenge to use up all this yarn. And I'm using these Clover Pompom Makers, the 65, the 45, and the 35. So let's start with the biggest one. For the 65mm pom-pom, I'm going to use my darker shade of green. You can use one shade of green, 2, or 3. There are 3 pom-poms in this project. For the 65mm pom-pom, I'm going to wrap the yarn around 100 times around each side. Now this kind of depends on the weight of the yarn, the thickness of the yarn and all that, the stretchiness of the yarn, but just fill it up until it looks like it's ready to go. And now the same for this side. I'm just holding the end of the yarn right here with my left thumb, and I'm going to start wrapping here. Now this is the secret sauce right here. I was very determined to create a clothespin doll ornament with pom-poms using a pom-pom maker. And it took a lot of thought to figure it out, but I'm using this stretchy cord. Creatology stretchy cord. So I'll cut in the groove. My first pom-pom project tutorial is a pom-pom wreath, which is also super fun. So then I'm going to take this stretchy cord and wrap it around to tie it off. I'm going to pull it very tight. I wrapped it twice, that's probably enough. And I'm going to pull it very tight. Like I say, it doesn't seem like anything will cause it to break. I suppose it could come untied if I wasn't secure enough, but it just seems to work really well. Now I'll remove the pom-pom from the pom-pom maker carefully. There's always a few little ends and bits that, you know, need to be trimmed, but now because this is elastic, I can open it up. I've got my index finger in there, and I'm going to insert the clothespin from the top. Just find, sometimes if you do it from the bottom, the yarn gets caught up in between the legs. We don't want that. And then I'm going to push it down right above the seam there. I don't know, it's not really a seam, but right there. And I'm going to trim this in a minute, but first I want to hot glue it. So I'm going to hot glue, apply some hot glue right here, and then I'll slide the pom-pom down into the glue. And I'm going to do it also in the front. And then I'll slide the pom-pom down into the glue. Now I feel like this pom-pom is nice and secure, so I'm going to trim out any little loose pieces. That looks good. The next pom-pom is going to be on the 45mm Clover Pompom Maker. And I'm going to use this lighter green shade. You could use the same or darker or any color you want. For the 45mm pom-pom, I'm going to wrap each side 80 times. And so once again, I'm going to use a length of this stretchy cord. I will cut in the groove of the pom-pom maker, both sides, and wrap around with the stretchy cord into the groove. I'm going to pull that nice and tight and tie it off several times. I've never had one of these break or pop, but just be sure to pull that nice and tight and knot it several times. Now I will remove the pom-pom from the pom-pom maker. And again, this is Clover. This is the 45mm. Gently pulling this apart. And then in the center, there it is. And again, from the head, from the top, I'm going to press this down onto the clothespin. And then I'll apply some glue. Oh, she's so cute. All right, and then I'm going to trim the yarn. So far, so good. Now, for her bodice, I have a selection of die-cut felt. I made a lot of projects with felt, and whenever I had scraps, I used my little mini die cutters here to cut little flowers, holly leaves, hearts, stars. Oh, here is a snowflake. And so I have a lot of these little pieces. And I think the holly berry would work as a bodice, or the heart. Either one. Either one will be great. I think I'll do the heart. So I'll apply a little glue to the back of the heart. Now, you can use anything you like for the bodice. You can cut a little shape, just a little square or a rectangle that covers her front and looks like a bodice is fine. You could add arms, but I feel like if I added arms, the arms will be up so high on her belly that it might conceal her face, and I'm not even going to mess with it. So next we're going to do a small pom-pom for her hair. And again, you can use a completely different shade of green. You could go back to this shade. You could be darker. You could do whatever you like, but I'm going to use this lighter shade. So this is the 35mm, and I will wrap each side 40 times. Now for this one, we don't really need it to be stretchy. So I just cut a length of the yarn to tie it off. I'll cut up through the slot. If you bought pom-pom makers for pom-pom wreaths or summer projects with your kids, you can still use them for fun holiday projects. I'm tying this off securely in the center. Now I will carefully remove it from the pom-pom maker, opening up the sides first and then pulling the halves apart. And then I'll trim these little bits. That looks good. Now I'm just going to glue this to the top of the head. Right in here, I'm going to get the glue right in the middle where I can see the yarn that tied off the pom-pom. I feel like that would probably make it more secure. I'm holding that to be sure that the glue is very secure. And now to make her really look like a Christmas tree, she needs a star. So this is a glitter sticker from La Petite's Dimensional Stickers Paper Studio at Hobby Lobby. I'm going to apply some hot glue to the back. Even though it already is adhesive, I feel like that gives it an extra measure of stickiness. And I'm going to put that right into the top. That's cute. I think, you know, you could even go bigger, actually. Use a bigger star, it'd be just as cute. Now for a hanging loop, I'm going to use this red and white baker's twine and just sew through the pom-pom down low so I can feel like it's really gonna hold. About this long. And she is complete. Yay! I like the way this turned out. Here's the back. This pom-pom comes up a little bit higher in the back. Okay, here's how she looks. She's got her star, her hanging loop, her little heart bodice, 2 sizes of pom-poms, her little red shoes. The pom-pom comes up a little higher in the back, and the front is a little lower to show her bodice. And she's got her glitter star, and she is super cute and ready to hang on the tree. Try this with your kids. Thank you for watching my tutorial. If you're enjoying my videos, please like, share, and subscribe.